The hook and the biological problem. Imagine this scenario. You hit the weights 5 days a week. You are consistent. You never miss a session, even when you are completely drained from juggling long study sessions, heavy assignments, and work shifts. You push yourself until you are drenched in sweat. But when you check your physical development in the mirror after a grueling 3-month block, nothing has changed. Your arms measure the same, your chest hasn't widened, and your working weights haven't moved. You are trapped in a plateau. Why? Because working hard is entirely different from working smart. The vast majority of people confuse muscular fatigue with actual progression. Just because a brutal workout makes you tired does not mean it is sending the biological signals to make you grow. When your schedule is packed, your gym time needs to be ruthlessly efficient. Today, we are breaking down the single most important law of muscle hypertrophy: progressive overload. If you are not applying this to your training, you are completely wasting your time. The subscribe section. Before we break down how to trigger non-stop muscle growth, welcome to Muscle Blueprint. This channel is your digital playbook for building a stronger, leaner physique without the standard fitness industry nonsense. If you want highly actionable, science-backed strategies that actually deliver measurable results, smash that subscribe button right now. Hit the notification bell and join an elite community of lifters deeply serious about tracking their physical evolution. Subscribe right now, and let's get back to the blueprint. Core principle: why your body hates muscle. To understand progressive overload, you first have to understand a brutal biological truth. Your body does not actually want to build muscle. From an evolutionary standpoint, skeletal muscle is incredibly expensive to maintain. It burns a massive amount of calories just existing on your frame. Your physiological system will only construct new muscle tissue if it is forced to adapt to a structural stress it has never encountered before. This brings us to mechanical tension, the primary driver of muscle hypertrophy. When you lift a heavy object, mechanosensors in your muscle fibers signal to your nervous system that the current physical structure is under threat. If you grab the exact same 30-pound dumbbells for the exact same 3 sets of 10 repetitions every single week, your body has already fully adapted. It has absolutely zero biological motivation to grow any larger because it can already handle that specific load. To force adaptation, you must systematically increase the stimulus. The arsenal: 3 methods of overload. So, how do we practically execute progressive overload without destroying our joints? There are 3 primary variables you can manipulate. Variable number 1 is absolute load, or intensity. This is the most direct method. If you bench pressed 135 pounds for 8 strict repetitions last week, your goal this week is 140 pounds for those same 8 reps. Variable number 2 is total volume. If you cannot safely increase the physical weight without your form breaking down, you must beat the previous session by increasing repetitions. Take that same 135 pounds and fight to push it for 9 or 10 reps. You have successfully increased the total mechanical workload. Variable number 3 is time under tension. This separates the advanced professionals from the permanent beginners. Stop dropping the weight just to finish the set. Control the lowering phase of the lift for 3 full seconds. By deliberately slowing down the movement, you maximize mechanical tension and create immense metabolic stress without adding a single pound. Outro and call to action. The blueprint to building a head-turning physique is fundamentally simple, but it requires ruthless daily discipline and meticulous data tracking. Stop merely exercising to get sweaty and start deliberately training for measurable performance metrics. If this deep dive opened your eyes to why your growth stalled, smash that like button. Drop a comment below with your current favorite chest or leg exercise and tell me how you plan to overload it next session. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you in the next video on Muscle Blueprint. The hook and the biological problem. Here is a harsh reality check that the vast majority of gym bros completely ignore. You do not build a single ounce of muscle while you are actively lifting weights. Inside the gym, you are actually tearing your muscle fibers down and completely draining your stored energy reserves. You only grow when you are eating, recovering, and sleeping. You can lift heavy until your hands bleed, but if your daily nutrition is an afterthought, your physical physique will sharply reflect that lack of discipline. Building an aesthetic body requires a mandatory dual approach: elite training perfectly matched with elite fueling. Today, we are opening the kitchen archives and delivering the ultimate nutrition blueprint for packing on dense, lean muscle mass without gaining unnecessary body fat. The subscribe section. If you are genuinely serious about entirely transforming your physical presence and understanding the deep cellular science of performance nutrition, you absolutely need to be here every single week. Before we unlock the exact macronutrient breakdowns, take one quick second right now to smash that subscribe button. By joining the Muscle Blueprint family, you guarantee your feed remains packed with real, fluff-free execution strategies. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let us dive straight into the fuel metrics. Core principle: the lean bulking equation. The absolute, non-negotiable foundation of all muscle hypertrophy is basic energy balance. To construct a brand new building, you need both the workers to do the labor and the actual bricks to build the walls. In the human body, those extra physical bricks exclusively come from a sustained caloric surplus. You must consume more energy through whole foods than your body actively burns. However, let us immediately clear up a massive misconception. A caloric surplus is not a blank check to eat dirty junk food every single day. That is an undisciplined strategy known as a dirty bulk, and it is the fastest way to ruin your insulin sensitivity and gain a massive amount of visceral body fat. We are tracking a highly strict lean bulk. Your daily target should be a controlled surplus of exactly 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance level. This precise window provides your body with the exact energy required to actively synthesize new muscle tissue, while keeping fat accumulation to an absolute minimum. You should aim to gain roughly half a pound to 1 pound of body weight per week. Macronutrient mastery: protein and carbs. Now let us logically divide those daily calories, starting with the undisputed king of muscle building: protein. Protein contains the essential amino acids that serve as the physical structural building blocks of your muscular system. To maximize muscle protein synthesis, aim for 0.8 to 1 full gram of protein per pound of your total body weight. If you weigh 180 pounds, your daily target is 144 to 180 grams of pure, clean protein from sources like lean chicken breast, whole eggs, and high-quality whey isolate. But protein cannot do the job alone. You absolutely must embrace carbohydrates. Carbs are your primary explosive performance fuel. When you consume complex carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glycogen, which is stored directly inside your muscle cells. This stored glycogen gives your muscles a massive, full look and provides the explosive energy required to push heavy iron. Consume a clean carbohydrate meal roughly 2 hours before your heavy training session, and another substantial carb-heavy meal immediately afterward to aggressively trigger recovery. Outro and call to action. Always remember this golden rule: your heavy weight training is simply the spark that ignites the metabolic fire, but your strict daily nutrition is the actual physical wood that keeps the fire violently burning. Do not let 2 intense hours in the weight room go completely to waste because you were too lazy to track your meals. Treat your nutrition with the exact same ruthless intensity that you treat your heavy sets of squats. What does your current daily post-workout meal look like? Let me know down in the comment section below. If this nutritional breakdown gave you a clear roadmap, hit that like button. Click that subscribe button right now to permanently lock in your spot for next week's blueprint. Eat clean, train with purpose, and I will see you next time.